Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are now 3 days out from the World Athletics Championships and the men's 100 meters starting on Saturday with the prelims and the heats, and then the final will take place on Sunday. Obviously this is in Tokyo, so the times will be a little strange. If you live in the UK, we'll be watching these finals probably just after we eat our lunch. So it is obviously a wee bit different. This video, kind of want to talk through some of the main culprits here that I think are going to be featuring in the 100 meter final. As you can see, obviously from this massive background behind me, I'm thinking it's going to be Oblique, Kashane Thompson, Kenny, and Noah Lyles. Likely to be probably the most dangerous men there. It is very stacked this year. There are, I believe, 25 or 26 men already under 10 seconds. I don't know what kind of time's going to win this. I don't know if it's going to take a low 9.7. I don't know if that field will have that in them consistently. But we'll have a wee look at some of the most recent races here. Talk through it. I'll give you some thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you want to win, or who do you think will win if that's not who you want to win? But I think it's going to be a really interesting, almost chess-like game here, going through these heats and semi-final. And then, honestly, anything could be happening in this final. So we'll take a wee look at some of the notable races from this season. Compiled a wee montage here. We've got Diamond League, London. To start us off, these aren't really in any particular order. Pretty stacked field here, and obviously we're going to have the main man here, Oblique, stand out. Big gap early on. You can see Noah just really doesn't look sharp out of the blocks in most of these 100 meter races. There's a huge gap there. Oblique's winding down there over the last 10 meters, celebrating. He just looks super powerful. And then moving along through next video, this is just Kashane Thompson showing a wee bit of dominance against a reasonably strong field in the Diamond League. Again, just like his countrymen, they're getting out early, they're getting out fast, they're opening up a gap, and the other guys, they just can't catch them. 100 meters, you just don't have that much time. If you're down by 60 or 70, it's so hard to pull that back. Now, Celestia was probably the most say similar to what we will see in the World Championships, as we've got Thompson here, we've got Noah, we've got Kenny. Thompson again got out early, and Noah, he did start to pull back here. His top end was obviously pulling him through. We'll actually have another wee look at that race. I was talking a wee bit too slow. So yeah, it just seems like Thompson and Oblique, they are the 100 meter specialists amongst these four athletes that we're going to talk about. And as I said, if they get out early, it's going to be so difficult for Kenny or Noah to be able to reel them back in. So it could very well be Jamaican 1-2. I'm not sure if that's what's going to happen. I don't even necessarily want that to happen. So we'll have a look at a couple other races from this season. I mean, such a long season. Some of these are ran in May, June, July. So Jamaican trials here. Good to see Kashane going up against Oblique. Kashane just looks super powerful there. Once he got into his running, opened up that gap on Oblique, and there was no closing him down. And I thought it would throw in the US trials at the end there. There's Noah. Obviously he pulled out before the finals as defending champion. It's not necessary for him to make it through the US trials, but maybe fortunate for him, because the times ran in this race were pretty crazy. There's Kenny with that choppy style, super robotic looking. And it was a close race there, but a 9.79, unbelievable from Kenny. I believe that is the second fastest time in the world this year. We will have a look actually at the times. I'll pull up the World Athletics times. Or not. Yes, we will. But here we are, fastest in the year so far. We can see the wind readings there as well. So there's Thompson 975, which he ran there at the Jamaican trials. The clock actually stopped him at 971, so it was a bit unfortunate to see that rounded up a wee bit there to 975. Kenny obviously running at 979 with a decent helping wind there. We've got Lavelle. It's just such a stacked field. All these guys running sub 9.9 that you can see on the screen. And there's a Kenny Sambini down there running 9.9 flat, like into a 1.4 headwind. So God knows what that could have been, if he was running with a tailwind. And there's Coleman. Coleman's featured a lot of races. 98.6. He's always there. He just never really seems to get over the line these days. Not in recent years. Further down that list, Lyles with the 9.9. Again, it just seems like Lyles maybe isn't sharp out of the block yet. I do very much so expect that to change come the final. Noah Lyles will be prepared. Some other familiar names down here. We've got Zarnell Hughes for the UK. Quite like Zarnell. Ronnie Baker from the USA. And we actually have to go down here quite a bit to find a familiar name. Where is he? Well, he's down a wee bit further than I thought he would be. There is Letsil Tobogo. Obviously just hasn't featured in many races this year. Probably more focus going in on the 200. Guess you could say the same for Kenny and Noah. I do have another list of the qualifications. We can pull that up. Have a quick look. It's nice because it throws in their personal best along with the season best there. So, Shane Thompson here, 975, 975. That's a rapid man. It's funny to actually see the likes of Bramell, who maybe hasn't, picked up as many medals as you would like or has the accolades, but he is one of the fastest men ever and one of the fastest men in this field, and really, anything could happen. So it's going to be quite interesting. I'll pull up my wee verses here and I'll talk you through what I think is going to happen. So before I actually made this video, I kind of felt like, well, I like Kenny. I do. I just like Kenny. Bednarek, however you say his name. We'll call him Kenny to stop any butchering of names. I like Kenny. I do. I'm not sure why. Don't need to explain it. Don't have any particular reason. It's just that I like the guy. And I like the bit of beef going on with Lyles, because honestly, I don't like Lyles. He's one of very few athletes that I just can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it's the showmanship. I don't know if it just comes across maybe a wee bit toxic to me at times. I don't know if it's the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, the blue eyes and the necklace. It is what it is. He's being himself, fair play to him, but I'm just not the biggest Lyles fan. So in my mind, I'd really love to see Kenny do well, especially with this beef going on with Lyles, and we'll make another video for the 200 meters. But as I've been watching back over these clips for this video, it just becomes very apparent that Oblique and Shane, they are the 100 meter specialists. They look powerful, they're getting out early, and they're opening up gaps, and it just doesn't seem like Kenny and Lyles will be able to close them down if they don't get the start that they completely rely on. Obviously Lyles has crazy top end speed, but it just looks like it's taking him 80-90 meters to get there rather than the 60 or the 70, and it's just too late at that stage. So I can see probably a Jamaican 1-2 here, and then Lyles or Kenny getting third, or any of the other competitors that might make it into the final getting third. But it's just so hard, and I hate to say it, but it's just so hard to write Lyles off. He's got that winning mentality. He is a champion, and we see it time and time again. Historically, Asafa Powell comes to mind so often. Just the fastest man in the world before Bolt came along, world records, and he just couldn't get it over the line in the finals. So there is a huge mentality aspect here. It's all on the line, and you've got such little margin for error that if Seville or Cashane don't get out fast, then they're going to get run down over the last 30 metres by Kenny or Lyles. And again, not Lyles' biggest fan, but credit where credit's due. The guy turns up on the day. He's a performer. He's a champion. It is tough to write him out of this one, but I just haven't seen it from him this season in the 100. It's obviously been focusing a lot more. Very rapid 200, 19.62 or something this year. With Kenny also in the 19.6s. So a lot of fast running going on. Really stacked field. I just think that this year we're going to give it back to the Jamaicans. We're going to go with 100-meter specialists, and Cashane's probably going to be my pick for the winner. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. Who do you think is going to win? Do you think there's going to be any upsets? Put down, there's loads of athletes I didn't have time to talk about here. Saying you could put 20 guys in this video, but it's just not realistic. So let me know who's going to be your finalists, who's going to be your 1, 2, 3. Thanks for watching.